to the other. So a reference laboratory, if a reference laboratory exists with the necessary competence to provide reliable reference values, then this solution should be chosen. The laboratory must have a low uncertainty so as not to affect the participant evaluation. So the reference laboratory has to have at least 3 times better uncertainty than any of the participants. A consensus value might be chosen when the reference laboratory capable of providing a reliable reference value cannot be found, or when the uncertainty that's required is smaller than any of the participating laboratories. And the reason why this is so, it has to do with the statistics, and I won't go into the details right now. So with regard to uncertainty estimation, to be able to adequately compare laboratories, they must report their uncertainties with the same level of confidence, obviously. So all of this should be planned and described in the technical protocol, which is provided to the participants. Laboratories should use comparable procedures to estimate their uncertainties following the ISO GUM. In general, laboratories should not report uncertainties much larger than their accredited uncertainty of measurement or the uncertainty that they are actually claiming to be able to obtain. Okay, and they should also not be reporting, or they should avoid reporting smaller than their accredited uncertainty, because we all know as assessors that when accredited labs cannot calibrate items smaller than with uncertainty smaller than their CMCs and use an accreditation logo on that. So it absolutely should be avoided to report much larger uncertainties, and it should be avoided to report smaller. So the uncertainties reported in ILC should be approximately the CMCs. So how is performance evaluated? It's through the EN index, which is simply the difference between the value obtained by the laboratory and the reference value divided by the sum of the squares of the expanded uncertainties of the laboratory and of the reference laboratory. This type of analysis is strictly true only if the participant, the ith participant, has not contributed in any way to the formulation of the reference value, or if it doesn't get its traceability from the laboratory providing the reference value. If there's significant inhomogeneity, this is not very important for calibration, but instability is. So if significant instability is detected by the reference lab, then the previous expression should be modified a little bit to include this instability, because if it's significant. So instead of talking about an uncertainty of the reference value, we talk about the uncertainty of the proficiency testing scheme, which would include the uncertainty of the reference value plus the uncertainty of any instability effects, and in some cases inhomogeneity also, but definitely instability. And what's the outcome of this type of a test? So of the evaluation of performance, the EN value can take a value can be between -1 and +1. So if an EN value of less than 1 or greater than -1 is determined, then we have what is called a satisfactory no signal. So that means that everything is, the performance is satisfactory and there is no need for any corrective actions to the laboratory operations. On the other hand, if the EN number is larger than 1, or smaller than -1, then we have an unsatisfactory result, and this is a signal for action through some corrective action. It should be remembered that these EN numbers are not necessarily indicating which laboratory is closest to the reference value. So smaller EN numbers doesn't mean that those laboratories have better results than ones with larger EN numbers. Anything within the limits of -1 and +1 are equivalent, and this is so because there are several ways that a particular EN number can be obtained, because it's the ratio of two separate things. So a particular EN number can be obtained by a laboratory with a small uncertainty and with one working at larger uncertainties. So you cannot make a one-to-one correspondence between how large the EN number is with how good the performance of the laboratory is. Yeah. Okay. And this is what typically the results might look like. So we have here the results from the reference lab. We have the results from the participants. The error bars are typically uncertainty at 95% level of confidence. Okay, so those show us the interval within which the actual true value might be expected to lie. And the two solid lines show the uncertainty of the reference value, really. So typically in a report, such graphs are included, but they are meant basically for a quick view of the results. Someone would have to look at the tables to see in more detail what each laboratory has done with respect to the performance. I should mention that typically results are the laboratories are not mentioned in the results, so the results are confidential, and each laboratory only can identify their own results in such a scheme, in such a display. Okay, to summarize. 17025 clearly distinguishes between method validation and verification. Method verification is used to confirm if a laboratory can consistently implement method requirements through two basic steps: identification and implementation of the requirements, and evaluation of method performance characteristics as applied in the lab. Okay. Validation, on the other hand, is used to verify if a method is fit for purpose. In addition to the above, it includes a decision on fitness for purpose of the method and monitoring of performance criteria. PTs and ILCs are an excellent tool to ensure, among other things, the validity of measurement results. They provide objective evidence of technical competence of CABs. Accreditation bodies establish requirements regarding the level and frequency of CAB participation. The selection of appropriate artifacts is crucial for evaluating participant performance, as is their stability during the ILC. The assigned value is typically determined by a reference lab, while performance evaluation and calibration is done via the so-called EN index. And I think that with that, I want to thank you for your attention. Sorry for going a little bit over time. And if there are any questions, I am willing to hear them.
Dr. Christos, thank you very much for this excellent presentation and information. I think my personally is I benefit a lot from the presentations. It's very high scientific presentation. So thank you very much for this training course that you have given to our colleagues in the GCC countries and other associate members of the Gulf Med. Thank you very much. Thank you to all the participants. I'm sure that we will issue attendance certificates for all the attendants who is attending this training course. And the other things I would like to mention to the next training course, which is, gonna be practicals on what we have learned in this online course. It's gonna be in Abu Dhabi. It's arranged. The hotel, the venue, it's been arranged. It is, who knows Abu Dhabi, it's Dusat Thani Hotel. My colleagues will send all the participants, the venues and the rate for the hotels. So very soon you will expect, the whole information about the venue. Please, if you would like to attend physically the course, send us an email, because we are, we need to know how many people they're gonna attend, so we can arrange the whole things in terms of logistics. So please let us know if you are going to attend physically this course. Yes, that's what I want to highlight. If any question to Dr. Christos before we conclude these sessions of this training course, or if you want to know more about the coming course. Yeah.
يعني الدار يتحمل هذا. ايوه، وهذه فاتح فزين، فاتح يعني مو قمصة، فاتحة وافة حلوة.
Okay. Yes, if there is no questions, we look forward to seeing you. Yeah,
I want
go
to
ahead.
ask you, Mr. Omar, please, because I didn't find the link of the recorded video for the presentations.
Which one?
Today and yesterday.
Yeah, recording it gonna be, you can find it soon. It's not yet been uploaded to our YouTube
only.
channel. Yeah, it's not uploaded to our YouTube channel. Are you
Omar,
able to? Yes.
May I have a word, please?
Yes, please.
Yes, I put the GulfMed channels in the chatting, and the part one of yesterday of this program, it's uploaded already. And inshallah, after hours, I will upload this one as part two. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And you can find all workshops in that channel.
Okay, many thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you, Abdelillah, for this comment. Any other question to Dr. Christos? I would like to mention that the course is gonna be hybrid, the coming course. And we will try to do our best that we will, even put it online or through probably the, I have seen it also, it can be disseminated through the Facebook directly. Probably we will do that also. So we will give also the chance for others to really have a chance to attend the course remotely. If there is no questions, again, Dr. Christos, thank you very much. We are looking forward to seeing you in Abu Dhabi. It's not the next week, the week after. Okay? So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Omar. Thank you, everyone. It was my pleasure. I hope I contributed a little bit to your knowledge on the topic, and I look forward to seeing many of you on the 26th, I guess, of this month in Abu Dhabi. Thank you very much.
Dr. Christos, before we leave, we are talking about with my colleagues, Dr. Arib, if do we need in the practical sessions any equipments to be used, or there is no need? We need to also to tell the participants about what they need.
Well, the participants should have a computer with them. So
okay.
A laptop is necessary from their side. And I don't think that much more will be required. I don't think that anything else will be required. As long as they have a laptop, that will work.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know how you're going to manage the hybrid, though. That's something to talk about.
We will try. This is the first time, but we will try our best.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope we have.
All right. Thank you.
Everyone, good luck.
Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, all of you.
Thank you very much. Bye. Bye to everyone.
You will. Abu Saud, can you just stop the recording? You are with me, Abu Saud?
Yes.
Because I have seen that yesterday it was recording. Some participant